Good evening, gardeners. I'm Brett, and welcome to my backyard. And I want to start this video off by saying thank y'all. I had my first video reach over 10,000 views. That's a big milestone for us here at 8th Acre Farms. And so once again, thank y'all for your support and your questions you've been sending in. It really helps give us some ideas about future videos to make. And that video, along with several of the others that I've gotten the most questions about, was about potatoes. So I started mine about 5 weeks ago, and I've been wanting to make some other videos the last few weeks, but it just seems like it's been raining about every chance I get to try to make one, and the wind today was blowing things around so much that we're going to have to get to some of them other planting videos hopefully soon. But in honor of the occasion today, I wanted to give a little short update video on how that potato crop is going. So let me switch it around so y'all can see. So here we are. If y'all remember, we planted these back on Fat Tuesday, so just a shade over 5 weeks ago. And when we planted these, we went ahead and covered them up about 3 inches deep and into a 6-inch pile of good compost that was the bottom layer. And as y'all may be able to tell here now, I'm not sure, these have grown up. I have a wall here about 18 inches tall, so some of these plants are getting about 2 feet tall now. And as we talked about in the previous video, what I'm doing is I've built a box around this one. It's in a raised bed here, and I have just been filling this one. We started with our 6 inches of good compost on the bottom that we set the potatoes into, and then we have been layering on top of them chicken manure that has been breaking down for at least 18 months, so it's good and ready to go, provide nutrients for these potatoes. And in between, as you might be able to tell a little bit still down on this end, I've been filling in the trench in the middle of them with leaves that I got. I was lucky enough to get a whole bunch. There's probably a couple of truck beds, 2 or 3 truck beds of bagged leaves that I've gotten down in there to help break down into the soil this year. And also the potatoes can grow out into that area as well. And then I've just continued to, on top of the hills where the potatoes were, put some of the chicken manure. And I am filling in the spaces now that we're almost up to the top here. I'm going to fill that in. I've probably got about 200 buckets of the chicken manure in here. I'm going to still need about 50 more to get this finished out. And then you see I got some buckets of mulch in the background there. I may top it off once we're full and raked out smooth. Put a little mulch layer on top just to help keep the weeds suppressed a little bit in here and help keep the moisture in when we do get the rain, because as we get into the warmer weather, these rains that we're so thankful to have right now, we may not get as much of them later. And that'll be okay, because like we mentioned before, the potatoes, they would rather be dry than wet anytime. You don't want your potatoes to rot down there. But these seem to be coming along quite nicely. Hopefully we're going to have a really good harvest of my favorite vegetable out there, the spud. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little update video today. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and like so many others, leave us a comment. We do really appreciate that. Let us know where you're from, what you'd like to see a future video on, and until then, we'll catch you next time.